search for Steve Stevens, the man accused of killing a Cleveland retiree and great-grandfather and uploading that horrifying video onto Facebook. Police say now that more than 400 tips have poured in from across the country, but still no confirmed sighting. He is now on the FBI's most wanted list, though, and there is a $50,000 reward being offered for tips. I'm joined by former FBI Special Agent Bobby Chacon. Bobby, thanks so much for joining me on this. I want you to kind of put on the, I know it's not a stretch for you to put on the mind of an investigator that's on this case. As a special agent, you look at the type of individual and what's going on in their life at the time they commit such an atrocity. What are you making of this individual?
Well, Michaela, thank you for having me on. And I think in this particular case, it's really strange that there doesn't seem to be one particular thing that set him off. And even his stated reason, his relationship with his ex-girlfriend, there didn't seem to be a boiling point to that. There was no domestic violence incident that set him off and set him on the run. So it's really hard to pinpoint, and I think that's what you're seeing now in the fact that we're getting possible sightings as far away as Baltimore and Texas and Philadelphia. So I think that it's really difficult. The randomness of this attack and the randomness of his situation really makes it harder to focus on where he might be going and what he might be doing in the aftermath.
Hard to predict his next move, makes it hard for him to track down. Okay, so then you look at the fact that he did speak with police officers. We understand soon after posting that video. We know he was able to speak to his mother, but since then, radio silence. What do you make of that? Right.
Right, and one of the most disturbing things to me is the fact that on Saturday when he spoke to his mother, he alluded to the fact that she wouldn't be seeing him again, which indicates to me some level of pre-planning. So he may have stashed resources because when a person's on the run like this, it's all about resources. Does he have the cash to stay hidden? Does he have the places to stay hidden? Back in 2013 here in LA, we had the Christopher Dorner manhunt, and I was still part of the FBI at that point, the former LAPD officer who went on the run, and I think it took 9 days to track him down in the San Bernardino Mountains. So you look at where they might be going and what resources they might have available. He had some pre-planning because he told his mother on Saturday that she probably wouldn't see him again, and therefore he might have had some vehicles put aside or some cash or some assistance or some places to go. Although, you know, by all looks of it, he had no cash because he was bankrupt. He was very much in debt, which may be an indication why Cleveland police are now searching abandoned buildings in the area. So that may be an indication that they feel he doesn't have the assets to go on the run.
Bobby, you talk about the resources, but they will be no match for the resources that now have become available to law enforcement on the hunt that come with the FBI putting them on their most wanted list, right? I mean, now this adds resources to the hunt for this guy.
Absolutely, big resources. In fact, every FBI fugitive task force around the country is probably have this as their #1 priority right now. They're talking to their local partners. These fugitive task forces are made up of the FBI, the Marshal Service, the local police departments, and so everybody is working this. And perhaps the biggest resource, quite frankly, is shows like this one, that we can keep this guy's face in the public consciousness, and people can still be on the lookout for him. Once that fades, the public starts to forget. As long as we can keep this a priority and people can still see his face, shows like this one are going to be a huge resource for the law enforcement.
Time is of the essence. We're glad to be a partner in that. Bobby Chacon, really great to talk to you. Thanks so much for your expertise. We appreciate it.